super exciting to be here today. We're with our future problem-solving team that went across to represent Australia in America. I'm Rachel Alsop. I am the head of secondary associate principal here at Joondalup Baptist, and I get the opportunity to ask these wonderful people a few questions today about their adventure. So, first things first, would you like to introduce yourselves, please?
I'm Chantel.
I'm Abigail.
I'm Sam.
And I'm Lucas.
Now, tell me, what was the most exciting thing about going over to America and representing the school, representing all of Australia?
I guess meeting all of the new people and friends we made in America, that was really exciting. And my favourite part of the trip was definitely the New York section. I loved going to Hamilton on Broadway, and just being in New York was just a great experience.
Five of us had never been to America before, so that was really exciting, and just getting the whole college experience was really cool.
Yeah, I've always wanted to go to America, so great to tick it off the bucket list.
And future problem solving, what does that actually mean?
So basically it's kind of what it sounds like. We get a scenario, which is called the future scene, and then we have to go through it, find 16 problems, and then find the underlying problem that relates to as many problems as we can. And then after that, we have to solve it with 16 solutions, then picking the best solution, which we have to write an action plan on. And I usually do the action plan, and then Chantel usually takes care of making criteria and also ranking those criterias. And then Cara does solutions and Tate does problems. So it's a really a teamwork thing to kind of, solve problems.
So not only did you solve the problems of the world's future, but you learnt skills about teamwork and how, skills that you each have individually.
Yeah, definitely. Especially over the years of all the hard work we put in and all the times we did the competition and all the practicing we did, I think we definitely established that team chemistry, and that was great.
And so do you automatically know exactly which one of you now to go to when I say, right, this is what we need to do? You'd know whose skills best suit that scenario?
Well, when me and Sam we did something called the Magic Competition, which instead of being in a set group of 4, we got put with random, so we kind of had to problem solve and communicate to who does what within the competition.
And so communication absolutely vital, and what was that?
Yeah.
What problem did you solve?
So the theme was the future of history. So basically our whole, that's what everything pertained to. And our specific thing was about how to preserve, digital history.
Yeah, the accessibility of digital history.
Yeah.
And we got the future scene, and it was set in America, I think, and it was to do with this space needle being lost.
Yeah,
and historical monuments and artifacts and stuff.
Yeah, this lady, her childhood video game wasn't preserved accurately, so it's kind of preserving history and preserving it accurately and stuff. So yeah.
How did you grow as individuals? What one thing do you think you came back and said, hey Mum, I am better at, or what did you feel more confident about?
Definitely communication and getting to know people. It's a lot easier in competition and just surroundings, just talking to new people and just getting to know people and socializing with especially the Americans and everyone globally, not just being stuck with Australians, it's internationals. You're seeing a lot of different traditions and cultural and just different types of people, I guess.
It was definitely hard, because most of my teammates, or all of my teammates were from America. They just had different quirks that was just hard to get over. It's just different the way they communicated, so it was hard to and they had different names for each of the thing in the competition. It was had to get over that hurdle.
So what was more difficult, the cultural barriers or the language barriers?
The language barriers wasn't really that bad, because I'm pretty sure the prerequisite was you had to understand or know English, so that wasn't really a big deal.
But cultural barriers?
They definitely did have we made friends with quite a bit of Americans, and they definitely had some things that were different, and it was really I found it really beneficial to kind of meet these new people, because you kind of don't realize how different they are. I don't know. Yeah.
I know when I emigrated from England to Australia, I assumed that we were the same. And then you go, oh, actually, and you know, the little words that you said for things make a big difference. So all of a sudden you realise being Australian was a little bit different to being American or being...
Yeah, exactly.
What nationalities were there? Who else was there?
So they had like America, and then they had like all the different like states and stuff, and then they had like Turkey, Portugal, they had like
Hong Kong,
a French team,
Yeah.
quite a few
New Zealand.
Singaporeans.
Yeah.
It was very wide variety.
And who impressed you most and why?
We didn't really get to talk to many of the other countries, unfortunately.
You pretty much talked to all the Americans. There was so much.
Yeah.
They were like very like outgoing, so kind of like.
Something I really admired was like we had to do like a drama aspect of it, and some of the teams from like Turkey and stuff, their English wasn't like amazing, but they still like had to like, you know, do this like act, and I thought it was really like cool of them and like brave to like put this thing together that we all had to do, but they had that added challenge of like language.
Yeah, no, I think that's... So, question, were you properly prepared?
I would say so.
Yeah.
I think we studied hard, like especially in Indianapolis. Yeah, got lots of help.
Like, I don't think we were just like going to let the experience like go to waste. Like, we were determined. Like, after like all the fundraising and like the preparation of the years, like I think we definitely, yeah.
So I think this is really important that people realise, and you know, one of the things we keep trying to tell all students always is it's a marathon, not a sprint. You couldn't have just prepared in the plane trip over and it had all been okay. Hey, you would have needed, it's years and years of work. So you've all been part of the Aspire programme for a while?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what sorts of things have really helped you develop as people? Not only for that trip, but just develop and become the people you are today.
I think participating in all like the extracurriculars, like debating, I did that for a few years, and I think that definitely like helped my public speaking skills and like my just like general knowledge of like worldly problems and stuff like that. And yeah, just my like, I guess, leadership and also like teamwork, like having to like be with the same team all the time.
Yeah, like me and Chantel have been in a team together with Cara and Tate since like year 8, and then some of us have worked together in like year 7, so it's definitely like a long process, and like it's not just like, oh, we got into nationals, we got into FPS, like a one-time thing. It's like, no, we had to do the competition in year 9, and it's kind of like a culmination of all the years' work.
So that leads us to the point that actually not everybody is here with us today. Who else do we need to acknowledge sitting here that was part of this fantastic journey? And this
Gotta
opportunity?
acknowledge Cara and Tate, our beloved teammates. We couldn't have done it without them, and they're really like, it just wouldn't be the same without them. Don't you agree?
And our lovely teachers that came with on the trip, and our coach, Miss Cartledge.
Who has been with us all those years, all those competitions. It's been her.
All her hard work and dedication.
Yeah,
We're
and she's
really
like,
grateful.
Like, we had like debating and stuff before, but she literally like built the Aspire program, and like we wouldn't have the opportunities we have like now if she hadn't like put all that in. So it's really like, we're really like grateful.
So in one word, I want each of you to tell me what your superpower is.
I think
Quick thinking?
my kindness.
Kindness? Nice superpower.
So I'm going next.
Curiosity.
Curiosity. Good.
I'm gonna say thinking, because you have to like,
Yeah.
you have to
Abstract
think
thinking.
in different. You have to think like other people's perspectives, and also like, you know, like researching and really getting into the nitty gritty of it all.
Yeah, thinking or like reserve.
You can't have thinking, you have to have your own superpower.
That was a hard one.
I'm going to give you a minute to think
Yeah.
while you two, or one of you, tell me now what the superpowers of the missing team members were.
Ooh.
How were they helpful in this?
I'm just like Kate is like the problems expert, and not that she causes them, she like solves them.
She's just like exceptionally skilled at doing problems. Like she just has such good, I don't know,
Like she helps with everything.
her
else, but,
techniques and everything.
Like, she's really like dedicated to that.
Mm.
And Kara's really like creative, like out of the box. Like she just comes up with like such like out of pocket things sometimes, but like that kind of like sort of like just like, you know, that like helps us get to where we are today. Like she's the one who came up, who like did the research about like our final solution, and it sounded like ridiculous and crazy, but like it did make sense. But like you know, so I'd say, you know,
You need a little bit of abstract and a little bit of crazy
like,
sometimes.
and that's good because we all have our like different like skills. So I think that's what, like, we're so different, and I think that's, you know, opposites attract, and I think that's really what like makes us a team.
So you just did a really good job of that. Now can you tell me what his superpower is? Or are
Lucas is
you
the
there
glue.
now? Lucas, what do you? Lucas is the glue. That's a really
definitely.
nice thing to
We
be.
made America.
I'll say determined.
Determination.
Yeah, determined.
Because Lucas came a little bit late to like the gang than like even people like Sam, but like he like worked. He put in the work, and he just fit in so seamlessly with our group, and you know, we really like respect him for it, and it wouldn't be the same.
So where to from here? How will these skills be part of the future you?
I think in like a future career, like definitely like teamwork, like I've been saying, and I'm also like adapting to the unexpected and problem solving, I guess, although it's a bit of a basic answer. But
I feel like most of the things that we do in like competition is transferable to basically a lot of aspects of life.
And that's because really all the stuff that you do doesn't sit within the curriculum. It's all the stuff that's outside the curriculum that just make you better at doing everything else. Is that right?
Yeah.
I think Aspire, it just takes it like further. Like we got to do stuff about Antarctica and just heaps of stuff about the environment and things like that that we wouldn't get to do in another subject.